Hello, my name is JayTheInfinite. With today's brand new video, WWE SummerSlam 2024 predictions with JayTheInfinite. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. We are on the road to 2,540K subscribers. Make sure you all drop a like and please consider clicking the notification bells and make sure it's turned on. And please leave a comment and let me know who you guys think is gonna win every match from start to finish. So the kickoff will be 4 p.m. aka 4 p.m. my time and 1 p.m. Pacific time. And it is known as the countdown. They don't call it kickoff anymore. You may notice that. And the main show will be at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. West Coast time or Central time, whatever you call it. But for everyone that's wondering, it is going to be on Saturday, August the 3rd, 2024, in Cleveland, Ohio. Obviously, it's one day. This pay-per-view is one day before my B-Day. So, I just thought I should make that clear. My B-Day is one day after SummerSlam. It's SummerSlam weekend, pretty much. So, we're going to start off with, maybe this is going to be the main event. I'm not sure. So, we're going to have the Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. I'm going to be picking Cody to win. I'm not a big fan of the new bloodline. I'm not a fan of Solo Sikoa. I was a fan of him back in his NXT days. Cody Rhodes, I will not put him above Roman Reigns. I will not say he was a better champion than Roman Reigns. I won't ever say that. Because Roman Reigns was one of the, even though people didn't like Roman Reigns, he was one of the best champions that there was. But Cody has been an okay champion. I won't never say he was a good champion until he does something like defeat the Bloodline maybe, or defeat the Rock maybe, or something like that. But I'm not too sure. But moving on to the next match, we have Damian. I want to go back to this match right quick and tell you something. There are rumors going around that Roman could return. Like during his match, he could return during his match. His music could hit during the end of the match or beginning of the match, depending on, and then he could come out and attack the Bloodline or whatever, attack the Bloodline 2.0 or whatever you want to call it. He could come out during this match and cost Solo the WWE Undisputed Championship. There are plans going around that Roman's return plans are canceled and things like that. I'm not too sure on what to actually listen to, but all I can say is that we have to wait and see tomorrow what will happen. And in the next match, we have Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship and a World Heavyweight Championship match. So that title's on the line. All right? And I just want to make myself clear. Damian Priest needs to retain. I'm not a big fan of Gunther either, but I was a big fan of him during his Intercontinental Championship run. I'm not a big fan of him in this match. I need Damian Priest to retain the championship and walk out still WWE Heavyweight Champion. I just need that. Just give me Damian Priest for the winner of this match. So, next match we have is CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth Freakin Rollins. All right, let me make myself clear. Seth Rollins doesn't like neither of the opponents. I feel like Seth Rollins is going to cost CM Punk this win, or Drew McIntyre this win, or whatever is going to happen. I feel like one of them is going to knock out Seth Rollins, and then there's going to be a new referee brought out, and things are going to escalate after this and that. And then Seth is going to interfere in the match when CM Punk tries to go for his GTS or whatever, his GTS move or whatever. And same thing with Drew McIntyre. He's going to accidentally Claymore Seth Freakin Rollins, and then there's going to be a new referee brought out, and then that's when Punk is going to win or whatever. But we got to see really how Punk fights, because we haven't seen how CM Punk actually fights. We only seen him get injured pretty much. Like, he's been on the shelf for a while. And I really do think that CM Punk actually needs to win a match in the WWE versus Drew McIntyre. But I feel like this is not over, because I feel like the feud will end at the returning pay-per-view Bad Blood, which is going to be in Atlanta this October. So, and we're going to move on to the next match. It is for the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Give me Rhea Ripley to actually become the new Women's Champion, because the stuff that Liv Morgan did to Dirty Dominique Mysterio, I feel like Rhea Ripley needs to get her revenge and go on a revenge tour, maybe similar to Liv Morgan, but a little bit better than Liv Morgan, if you know what I mean. But I'm picking Rhea Ripley to walk out the new Women's World Champion. Give me Rhea Ripley in this one. But moving on to the last and final Women's Championship match. So we have the WWE Women's Champion Bayley versus Nia Jax. Stop. So I believe what's going to happen during this match, Bayley's going to retain, or Nia Jax is going to become your new WWE Women's Champion. But here's what's going to happen. Tiffany Stratton's music is going to hit, and then she's going to cash in on her friend Nia Jax. This was exactly what's going to happen. Tiffany Stratton is going to turn face. She's going to turn face. And then she's going to cash in on Nia Jax. And then she's going to be the new WWE Women's Champion. It should have happened, but I believe there's going to be either a successful cash in with her briefcase or a failed cash in. But we have to wait and see. It's like everything else. Maybe could there possibly be a Roman return during this pay-per-view, or could there be a women's cash in during this pay-per-view? But we have to wait and see. Will there be any surprises? We have to wait and see. Could we get somebody that we haven't seen in a while return during this entire pay-per-view? Could Charlotte come back? Could anybody come back that we haven't seen in a while during this pay-per-view? Could there be any surprises during SummerSlam? Or could SummerSlam after the SummerSlam after like Raw after SummerSlam, could the Raw after SummerSlam be lit? I don't know. But will we see some returns during this pay-per-view? Possibly. Hint. I don't know. But moving on to the United States champion Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Yeah. I'm picking LA Knight, yeah, to walk out the new United States champion. He should have been United States champion at the start. I think Logan Paul just needs to drop the title in general. I'm not a big fan of Logan Paul. There are many out there that are a fan of Logan Paul, but I'm not. I'm not one of them. Logan Paul is okay to me. He's not just on my top 5 list. He's not on my top 5 list, trust me. But I'm picking LA Knight to win, because he should have been won the United States Championship months ago, years ago. WWE should have never dropped the bag on him. They should have never fumbled on my boy LA Knight. He should have been a champion months ago, years ago, days ago. What is LA Knight, like in his 40s, maybe 30s? I don't know. But we wait and see. Could there be? Because somebody, I feel like somebody in Logan Paul's group could cost him. Like, you know how Speed showed up at WrestleMania? I feel like somebody's going to show up and cost LA Knight. Like, I feel like someone's going to attack him. But that happened with Randy Orton during this match or whatever. But this is a whole different match this time. But I feel like someone's going to cost LA Knight this victory. from Logan Paul's group or something. His prime group, at least, what we know. But we have to wait and see what's going to happen. But I'm saying that Logan Paul needs to, LA Knight needs to win and walk out as a new United States champion. I really do think that United States championship could look good around LA Knight. I really do think so. Instead of Logan Paul. Not a big fan of, but there's many out there that are. Next, last and final match we have is the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn versus Bron Breakker. We have been down this road before. They have did this match on Raw before, and Sami walked out still the Intercontinental Champion. So Sami has been a great Intercontinental Champion to me, but I really do see that we could have a new Intercontinental Champion crown during this pay-per-view, but I feel like I don't know if it's still too early for Bron Breakker to win the title, but I feel like the title does belong on LA, not on Bron Breakker eventually. I just see like this Brock Lesnar. I see this Goldberg. I see Goldberg and Brock Lesnar and Bron Breakker. I just see that. I see him as a young Brock Lesnar. I see him as a young Goldberg or whatever. 1998 Goldberg. I see him as a 2002 Brock Lesnar or whatever. The next big thing. I can tell this is going to be the next big thing in WWE in the future. That's the future right there. Bron Breakker is. If you, all I can say is that you might. This is a must-watch match. Bron Breakker is actually entertaining to watch. He's actually entertaining to watch. It's like LA Knight, all sorts of people, and that's how all these matches are gonna go. It's the biggest party of the summer. Don't miss it, because if you miss it, you're gonna be in for an awesome ass pay-per-view. That's all I'm saying. And they hooked the match card up this year. I like this. I like this little name card thing they did this time. That's kind of epic as fuck. So we have the Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes on this side, and with his opponent Solo Sikoa. Yeah. And I picked Cody to walk out. And we have Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus his opponent Gunther. And I picked Damian Priest to retain. And then we have CM Punk, his opponent, Drew McIntyre. Special guest referee, Seth Freakin in the background, as you can see. And I picked CM Punk to beat Drew McIntyre. I'm not a big fan of Drew McIntyre since he's been doing hellish shit like lately. So we have Women's World Champion Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. I'm picking Rhea Ripley on that one to walk out as the new Women's World Champion. So, and then we have WWE Women's Champion Bayley versus her opponent Nia Jax. Nah, not picking Nia Jax, but I'm picking Bayley to walk out and still be your WWE Women's Champion. But wait a minute, Tiffany Stratton music hits and she cashes in on Bayley. That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. Or will she cash in on Nia Jax? We have to wait and see. If she cashes in on Nia Jax, I feel like they're gonna turn Tiffany Stratton babyface at that point. They have to at that point, because then Nia Jax to be healed still. So, and then we have the United States Champion Logan Paul versus his opponent LA Knight. Yeah. And I picked LA Knight to walk out the new United States Champion. I feel like this should have happened years ago. I feel like this should have happened months ago. But WWE is just dropping the ball, LA Knight, slowly but surely. If they don't keep giving my boy LA Knight title opportunities, I don't know what they're doing. Isn't LA Knight like in his 40s? He should have been had a chance at the United States Championship before. WWE just keeps dropping the ball on a lot of wrestlers. They did that with Bobby Lashley. And it's affection. they wanted to do with Bobby Lashley, and then they dropped him for good. They dropped Bobby Lashley MVP for good. And then MVP and Bobby Lashley are out fired and gone. So I feel like they should have never dropped the ball on my boy Bobby Lashley. I feel like Bobby Lashley was really good. If they would have kept whatever was going on with Bobby Lashley going, I feel like Bobby Lashley would have been WWE World Heavyweight Champion months later. Maybe the Street Profits would have been tag team champions if they would have kept whatever was going on going. And that's what would have happened. And then finally we have Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion, versus his opponent, Badass Bron Breakker. And I picked Bron Breakker to win. But Sami has been a great champion in my books. He's been a great champion in my books. But I feel like the title, it's time to put the title on Bron Breakker to elevate it. Like, hear me out. Sami's been doing that. He's been defending the title and winning it. But putting it on Bron Breakker would just remind me of a young Brock Lesnar and a young Goldberg. Like a 98 Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? It would just remind me of that. But I feel like putting the title on him won't be a mistake. It'll be just elevated to levels that a lot of people won't see in my book. But I feel like it's time to have it go to new moves, have it go to new levels at that point. But a lot of people might disagree on what I'm saying, but Bron Breakker wouldn't be a bad champion. If Sami retains, that won't be a bad idea. Whoever wins that match is good in my books. Bron Breakker, I've always been a fan of him. I watched him in NXT. He's been that badass ever since, spearing people up out of their socks. This guy reminds me of a young Goldberg. Like 98 Goldberg, I'm talking about. In his prime days. That's what I'm talking about. That's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of a young Brock Lesnar, the next big thing Brock Lesnar. It just reminds me of that. But this Sunday will be a badass pay-per-view. Don't miss it. And I'm getting my information from WWE.com. Yeah, I always get all of my information from the official source. That is WWE.com. In case something happens, I will talk about it in tomorrow's live reaction. If Roman doesn't come back, he doesn't come back. He either comes back at tonight's SmackDown, which I'm recording this hours before SmackDown's on. So, the match card could change, or they can add more matches. But those more matches will be added to the live reaction description. So, let me just make myself clear. This pay-per-view will be Saturday, August the 3rd. On August the 3rd, 2024. Main show will be 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Central or Pacific. 6 p.m. Central and also Pacific, I believe. And the countdown will be 4 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the West Coast. So that's going to be it for me. And the pay-per-view will be in Cleveland, Ohio. If you don't know where the pay-per-view is, it's going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. And to all my Cleveland fans that's going out there, have fun. I wish I could have went to SummerSlam. But who knows? I may pull up to the Bad Blood pay-per-view. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But that's going to be it for me. And your boy JayTheInfinite is on the sign off. And I want to thank you guys very much for watching my WWE SummerSlam 2024 predictions with the one and only JayTheInfinite. And I'm signing off. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and also drop a like. And please click the notification bells on. And leave a comment if you like WWE. Leave a comment on who you guys got winning each of these matches on the match card. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.